Hello dear students, my name is Dr. Vishali Ghai and the name of this channel is Tricks by Chemistry Guru. So today in continuation with chapter 2 class 11th we'll discuss about quantum mechanical model of atom. So first thing is, what is the need of this quantum mechanics? When we talk about the classical mechanics that was given by based on Newton's law of motion, we say that classical mechanics was able to explain the motion of all macroscopic objects. That means large size objects, falling stones, a car moving on the road. But it does not explain, or it fails to explain about the motion of microscopic particles. So here there is a failure for classical mechanics, which is based on the Newton's law of motion. That means it did not take into the account that the dual nature of particle is there, of matter is there for microscopic substances. Heisenberg principle could not be explained by that mechanics. So we require a new branch of science that deals with the microscopic particles, their motion, dual behavior of matter, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, and thus we have a new branch that we call it as quantum mechanics. So basically, which takes the consideration of these points in detail, and explanation is also there. We have this quantum mechanics. So this was the introduction. Now we'll talk about the Schrödinger wave equation, how this quantum mechanics came into existence. So it was the work of Erwin Schrödinger, who developed this quantum mechanics in 19th century. And this quantum mechanics basically is based on the wave motion of particles. So quantum mechanics that was developed by Schrödinger, Erwin Schrödinger, who explained about the wave motion of particles. And he said that for any electron, the wave motion takes place in all three dimensions around the nucleus. And thus, considering three dimensions x, y, z, he put forward an equation del square psi by del x square plus del square psi by del y square, del square psi by del z square, we'll discuss this, plus 8 pi square m by h square E minus V psi is equals to 0. Now the thing is, this equation was given by Schrödinger considering the three-dimensional space of an electron, which is considered as this quantum mechanics. So basically when we talk about this, we say that the psi basically is the amplitude of wave function. And x, y, z are three coordinates. Then pi, usual meaning, mass, m is mass of electron, h is Planck's constant, E is the total energy of electron, and V is the potential energy. So all these are having these normal terms. Del square, if I talk about del square psi and del x square, it is basically the second derivative of psi with respect to x, with respect to y, with respect to z. So when we talk about the derivations, terms differential, so it is the second derivative with respect to x, del square psi by del x square, with respect to y, this term, and with respect to z. So this is basically Schrödinger wave equation, which we sometimes write it as H Hamiltonian operator, psi is equals to E psi. That means excluding this psi, rest everything is H. So it is called as Hamiltonian operator. So what is the significance of this wave equation? The wave equation has this wave function psi. This wave function for the electron has no actually physical meaning as such. Like if I talk about sound or light, the square of amplitude of wave tells us about the intensity of light or intensity of sound. Similarly, if I talk about this psi, it has no significance, but if I take psi square, this psi square at any point gives us the probability of finding an electron. Probability of finding an electron. So that is the significance of psi square. Individually, if I talk about wave function psi, so it has no physical significance. So we take the psi square, and psi square tells us about the maximum electron density at that point. So What is the concept of atomic orbital based on this quantum mechanics? Let us deal with that. Concept of atomic orbitals based on this quantum mechanical model. So when we talk about the uncertainty principle, the Bohr model says that electrons move along their definite paths. But their position and momentum cannot be calculated, cannot be determined accurately on the basis of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So now we can say that in terms of probability, we can find the position about the nucleus. Yes, the electron can be present here. That is the maximum electron possibility that electron should be present here. So when we consider the wave nature of electron and the uncertainty principle, we say that the movement of electron is just like around the nucleus, is just like the movement of bee around its hive. जैसे मधुमक्खी अपने छत्ते के चारों ओर घूमती है, उसकी फिक्स पोजीशन नहीं है. The same way the electron revolves around its nucleus in that path. So basically we can say that yes, the probability we could find it out, but exact position, no. So here comes the concept of probability. So basically concept of probability says that the maximum possibility is there the electron is supposed to be present. Suppose I talk about this as the nucleus and I would like to represent electrons out here. So electrons can be represented this way, maybe present this way. So considering the maximum probability, I can draw an imaginary line of electrons. I can draw an imaginary line of this electron. That gives the possibility. But it doesn't mean that none of the electron may be present outside this. Might be some of the electron may be present outside this. But the concept is electron should include in this possibility region. We have the probability. So to clarify the concept of this probability, we can use this hypothetical experiment that we can have a set of picture of particular electron and we'll get this type of arrangement that electron may be outside of this one. So if electron in each picture is represented by a small dot, then all the pictures are superimposed and final picture looks like this one. That number of dots are present in this and this is the probability. So आपने बहुत सारे images लिए और सबको overlap कर दिया. We get this type of image and that is the arrangement of electron कि electron कहीं पे भी हो सकता है. So basically if I talk about electron cloud, what is that region where the electron is supposed to present? So it is basically the region around the nucleus. This is the region around the nucleus which tells us about the probability of finding an electron. Which tells us about the probability of finding an electron of given energy in terms of these dots. So maximum probability lies within this region and thus we call this region as electron cloud. So here comes the concept of atomic orbital. An atomic orbital says that, or it can be defined as a three-dimensional space or a region where around the nucleus. Where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. Where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. So here the electrons can be present to the large and thus this region, this three-dimensional arrangement is called atomic orbital. So though when we talk about orbit which is circular path, orbital is three-dimensional space. We consider orbit as the planar motion of electron. Orbital gives us the three-dimensional motion of electron. So this is all about the quantum mechanics. Now based on this quantum mechanics, we'll discuss about the position or the address of electron and next class we'll deal with the quantum numbers. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel.